Hello everyone's. I'm here for Real Housewives of Atlanta season 9 episode 14. Now before we get into this review, go ahead and give this a like. Go ahead and subscribe. It's right up here somewhere. And make sure your notifications are on. Excuse the scarf. I twisted my hair. It didn't dry. So we going with a scarf. So we just gonna roll that. Pay attention to the video and not the scarf on my head. So I'm not going to go into whether Portia is a lesbian, whether Candy is a lesbian, whether they done slept together or not, whether Candy has a sex dungeon or not. I'm not going to go into that because that's none of my business, and whether they doing that or not, that's not going to pay my bills. But I will say something that I forgot to mention last week. When Candy everybody was basically coming for Portia, like, you said this, what happened, when and where. PHAEDRA sat her tail down there sipping on her wine, hoping that they would just forget that she is totally there, knowing that she was part of the conversation in the first place. Now, this whole Candy and Portia getting into it, it stems from Portia having PHAEDRA'S back right now and being Team PHAEDRA right now when PHAEDRA didn't even have her back. See, if Candy and PHAEDRA was still cool, this wouldn't even be going on, because now PHAEDRA's saying stuff, Portia's putting her 2 cents in, whether she knew she was on camera or not, and now it's getting exposed by the bone collector. Now, my advice to all these ladies who are gentlemen who are on these reality shows, and if you saying something, if you got your mic on, just best believe that they gonna keep that in there so they can put it in there, because that makes good TV. So, Portia, you should have been noticing that while you was over there defending what you was saying, PHAEDRA, who was a part of the conversation, sat her hind parts down there at the end of the doggone table sipping her wine like she didn't know what was going on. You better notice that next time. When is it ever a good idea to take your friend to get a vaginal rejuvenation? Because since Cynthia's turning 50, she's divorcing Peter, Kenya thought, okay, let's go in here and get this done. Not so much as your cooch is all loose and raggedy, but, you know, it's supposed to make things more pleasure in the bedroom. So we're going to go ahead and get this done for you. And like, we never heard of an edible arrangement, a nice flower arrangement, a gift card. Hey, send me to the spa. Why are we getting my vaginal stuff rejuvenated? Like, let Kenya tell her she ain't had no kids and she's had few sexual partners, so she don't need all that done. But I'm like, when she first said that, I was like, that made me think, what, do you think Cynthia's like, her cooch is all that and it's all raggedy that she needs it rejuvenated? But like, if you my friend, don't give me no mess like that. I love a good edible arrangement. If you thinking about me, don't give me real flowers, because they just gonna die. Give me something I can eat. Give me a edible arrangement. A box of chocolate. Hey, give me a doggone gift certificate to a spa, but don't give me no mess like that. So after 22 years, PHAEDRA'S divorce is finally finalized. But, you know, she was hoping that her and Apollo, they can still be friends. They've been knowing each other for like the past 20 years, doing dirt and all that crime and all that stuff. I shouldn't say that, but I just cannot think. It's not in me to think that she just did not know that Apollo was off doing these things. Like, how can you be married to this man and he was committing these crimes, but you didn't know? Had you never been to his office? Because I go to my husband's job. I know where my husband works at. I've been there and I've talked to the people. It's not like he's going to work and I don't know and he's just bringing home a check. No, I know where he's getting his money from, how it's directed into our account. So how she didn't know, hey, that's another story for another time. But, you know, she wants them to be cool so they can still co-parent, you know, be there for the boys. But the Lord's like, look here, it's not the court's responsibility to tell Apollo that the divorce is final. And it's basically, look here, girl, we done did our job, we done got things filed, so you gonna have to take your hind parts over there to the prison and let him know, because we basically done with the situation. We've done all we can do, divorce is final, so you go ahead and take care of that right there. Portia in her new home, it's like 5 bedrooms, I forgot how many baths. It's a huge house for just her seeing it out. I guess she's looking in the future. She wants to have kids, so she's going to need a bedroom for each child. But the house just itself looked huge. And like, maybe that's just like the cheap person in me, or the person that's like, okay, who gonna be cleaning this whole house? You're gonna have the power maid to clean this whole entire house. It is huge. This is like the children can easily doggone fall and hurt themselves on these floors. Like, that's where my mind was going. Maybe it's just like, the house is beautiful. Now, if somebody's like, hey, Lady T, here's this house for your family, I'm not going to turn it down. But that's not the direction I would have went. But hey, if somebody wants to give me a house like that, by all means, I will take it in a minute. So she's showing Phaedra around her house. Phaedra lets her know that her divorce is final, and she let Apollo know. But he ain't take it all that well, which surprises her, seeing as how he got a new girlfriend. See, I didn't know that Phaedra knew that Apollo has a new girlfriend. She's fine with him having a new girlfriend. She just doesn't understand why he's mad that the divorce is final if you moved on with somebody else. That's what's bugging her. My thing was, why isn't Portia asking Phaedra why I was getting her interrogated by Candy about what I said? You was at same conversation and you didn't say anything. And as SHEREE'S, the bone collector, which I'm going to try my best to continue to call her that, since she want to call herself the bone collector, and she's collecting bones and throwing them out like dice and just bam and exposing people. How come you didn't bring SHEREE into this? Because you wanted to be messy. Why don't you just bring the whole mess and bring the whole mess out and be like, well, SHEREE, you was there too and you said this, that, and the third. You saw about exposing bones. How come you didn't say that? Portia, you should have been like, dang, girl, you just left me out high and dry. Like, when I was getting interrogated, you was down there sipping on your doggone drink like you was hoping this was some invincibility juice to where, like, invisibility juice to where, like, they ain't gonna know you there. You just left me out high and dry. Yeah, I may have said some things, and I wasn't paying attention. You know, we was both being shady at the time. I ain't know doggone bone collector would come back and expose me for what I was saying. But I'm like, the camera was there, so... was it a hope and a prayer that they wasn't going to show that footage? I don't know why you thought that, because you know they love showing you being shaded to somebody else so they can bring it up then and then at the reunion. So Cynthia, she's, had a successful, launch in New York with her cargo handbag line. So since the girls weren't able to make it, she wants to have a runway show in Atlanta. And I'm like, why is like her office area, like soon as you walk in, like that, I was like, shouldn't that, like, where you discussing business be, like, off somewhere else? But, like, soon as Sheree walked in, like, there was a table where they was discussing business. Was I the only one who thought that was weird? But anyway, she done bought Sheree in since KIARO was, he an up-and-coming model, and she want KIARO to walk at her fashion show. Sheree, Bone Collector, I forgot that's what we're supposed to be calling her. Bone Collector wants to know, okay, how much money we gonna get, because I need my 5, 10, 15% when I'm gonna get, so I can get Chateau Sheree up and running. So how much is he gonna be getting? Cynthia look at her like, boo-boo, we are an up-and-coming business, and we can give him a handbag, but that's about it. And then Sheree fixes herself to say, well, can you, I'm paraphrasing, he has school, so do you think you can, like, work this around his schedule? Like, when do we go to the person we're working for, like, I can't do that day, boo-boo, can you rearrange your whole runway show around this one person? Like, if you was going to, like, Gucci or Ralph Lauren, was you gonna go up to the people in charge and be like, that's cute now, and I know y'all been in business for like a long time, but my new artist who is like unestablished yet, he has work to do and he's in school, so I'm gonna need y'all to rearrange all that. And they gonna just be like, oh, sure, Bone Collector, we can do that for you. Like, no, you want me to rearrange my whole runway for this one model who's not established, don't nobody know him yet besides him being your son and Bob's son. But you want me to rearrange my whole show for him? I'm going to need you to sit down somewhere with that. That was basically the gist that went on. What else happened? That was basically it. I told you earlier, I'm not going to discuss who was sleeping with who had the sex dungeon or not. Because the way all these girls, and I'm not just going to point out Portia and Phaedra, they all say some slick like stuff like, y'all look like y'all may be doing something, but I'm not for sure. But that's none of my business, because why they are not paying any of my bills. So that was basically the gist that went on. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment or video response. And like I always want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.